Oh, really? No.
Do it.
No.
Let's do
it. Ridiculous.
I'm wondering where we're going with this.
How do other musicians even talk to you? Why are we in black?
What kind of show is this?
You're totally inspiring.
I got hotel keys in every pocket.
This was a Beachcombers episode. You ripped this off.
You are watching Stripped Down.
Wait for it. Wait for it. You are watching Stripped Down, Saskatchewan's only one-hour local music showcase, the show that brings the venue to you in the comfort of your own living room. It feels so damn good saying that again after a long 3 months. Here we are, season 4, ladies and gentlemen. Stripped Down is officially made it 4 seasons. We're kicking off things huge tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight on Stripped Down, Mobadass.
From the start, you leave her with a burning heart. No excuses, just wanna love you. No reason, just wanna love you. He's the sole reason to live, and why she's so possessive. She don't know this love's a crime. She's got no alibi. Was not clear about what he meant, and let himself be tempted. But now he's got no place to hide, where he'll be some way she'll find. From the start, you leave her with a burning heart. No excuses, just wanna love you. No reason, just wanna love you. Just wanna love you. No reason, just wanna love you. No excuses, just wanna love you. No reason, just wanna love you. Just wanna love you.
watching Stripped Down in its 4th season. Kicking off the season September 2010, Mobadass in the Shaw TV studio. Welcome you guys. Thank you so much. Kicking off the 4th season of Stripped Down. You, sir, you were here in like May.
That's right.
2008.
I know, everyone in here is all grown up.
It's crazy, hey? But you were one of the original 16 episodes of Stripped Down when we did our little mini half season back in 2008. You played solo, and then ever since then, we've joked about having all of Mobadass in here, and like a year ago, that was just impossible because there were so many members. There's been another evolution from a band that constantly evolves. So tell me about the current lineup, Mobadass Summer 2010. Tell me about these guys.
This is the lineup. We got Savella McLean on the keyboards.
What's that? How's it
Where
going?
are you from, man? Where are you from?
I just moved here from Kingston, Ontario. I'm originally from Barbados.
There you go. And even further away, we got Justin Lee. You can call him Juice. That's what his friends call him.
Hey.
Hey. So I'm from Trinidad, which is a little bit further away from Barbados. You know, a little bit further south, down by the equator there.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
And once again, we got a full band in here, so I don't even know if we can get a shot of the drummer. But this guy.
He's been holding it down for 3 years now. He's been back there, keeping it real. It's been me and Jay with the rhythm section. That's Jason Hattie on the drums.
Yay.
Everybody, Saskatoon knows Jason Hattie.
For sure. Okay, Mr. Pereira. Scaling down, what's going on?
Well, you know, it's I think with the last year's show in the garden, it was just kind of a thing where we I didn't want to say like cover up the fact that we didn't, you know, I'd rather be a 4-piece band. I've always wanted to do that, but just with the schedules of all the different people that were playing, and it wasn't really everyone was kind of doing it for fun and on the side. So the more people, the better to help just kind of fill up the sound. And if someone couldn't rehearse, someone else could. So that kind of made it easy that way.
Makes sense. So these two guys joining in the last calendar year, they're from faraway places. How did you connect?
Well, it's just been, I guess I'd like to say fate.
Sure.
Justin actually came all the way from Trinidad to work in a studio, to work at my brother's studio, Star Lab, and it just so happened, you know, that I was needing a guitar player for some shows, and Justin was able to play, and then we just kind of clicked from there on, and it came to the point where I needed a full-time guitar player, and he just ended up being the best guitarist for this band of all time.
Nice.
And with Sylvelm, it was I was fluke. I was on tour. I was doing the last Widemouth tour I did, and this winter, and he was playing in the opening band, and I saw him up there. I thought the whole time he was playing that I'm gonna pull him aside after the show. It was my plan. But then he found me in the bar afterwards, and we just chatted and hung out, and I told him about this, and he sounded pumped, and then he actually made it happen by coming all the way here just to rehearse with us, and before our Eastern Canada tour. So
you used the term your last Widemouth Mason show.
yeah.
So we'll talk about that a little later, because that was
Sure.
on a number of levels. So I'm excited to talk about that.
You got
Your summer, super busy for Mobadass.
It has been, guys. We've been playing a bunch of clubs and festivals. We've had some amazing
You
festivals.
killed it at Jazz Fest.
Jazz festivals.
Yeah.
That made me want to move here.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what did
didn't
it.
that happen at Amigos, where you just so
Yeah.
the vibe was there and everyone was having so much fun, and he just
I actually lost hearing in
blurted
my
it out.
ear for a good week after your show. I'm not just saying that for the purposes of television. It was loud in there, and it was hot. It was great. And the garden show, just like in 2 hours before that, it was quite a night. You guys really brought it to Jazz Fest. What is it about Jazz Fest where you just kind of like that's your element? Like that's where you shine every year, sir.
Oh, it is. I can't thank Kevin and everyone involved enough for getting us in there, 5 years ago. I think that's been the festival that's helped raise the profile of the band in the city and just make everyone aware. They do such a great job of promoting all the people in the lineups, and to give us an opportunity like they did last year to headline, and then this year we always seem to get like the great spots.
Yeah.
So it's great for the band. It's great for us.
How about the two Mobadass rookies? What was it like walking out to on Bez Gardens?
I hadn't really spent any time in there before, and it's a beautiful spot, obviously. So that was the first thing, and then just having a lot of happy people dancing. That was pretty awesome.
Your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts on the Jazz Festival show was awesome. I went out there, and the energy of the crowd, the energy of the area, just the scenery itself, looking at this magnificent castle, just brought this vibe to the sound, you know? When you strike a chord and you get to a wham, it bounces right back off the building in front of you and comes back and hits you and say, hey, you know, and it's passing along people's heads and then it comes back. And then, you know, it gathers the energy. You know, we all experience this musical vibe.
And Jason's probably the least nervous now out of all of us when we play that show.
I was gonna say though, that right there, that was an answer. I want you on Strip Down every week, sir. That is like the 5-star answer I'm looking for every time I ask a question on the show.
You don't have to do any more shows now.
I know. What are you doing next Wednesday? You want to come down for another taping juice?
Sure.
All right, Mobadass in the studio tonight.
Yeah,
Obviously, it's been a long time in the making. Again, since May 2008, you've always wanted to bring the band on. Now it's actually feasible.
Hey,
we would have had like risers before or something. I don't know how we would have done it. So I'm so excited for tonight. Thanks again for kicking off season 4, because this is smack dab.
We got a great crew.
Smack dab in the middle of like your kind of tour and everything, right?
It is.
It started in summer. It's going to continue in the fall.
Definitely, we take off. We fly tomorrow morning to Toronto for 3 weeks. Out east, so we're just trying to get a following out there. Now it's our second trip out there, so
that's hardcore.
Yeah, it's getting busy.
As you mentioned, familiar faces, all the crew, still the same people from when we started in 2008, and it's awesome when musicians notice that, because that is, of all things I'm proud about, Strip Down, that is the proudest thing, is that we've kept the same crew since episode 1. That's
it's super
amazing.
cool to see how tight they are. When was it Laura came back? Everyone give her a big hug. It's like you guys are like a big family in here, so that's really cool.
Laura Churchman, we're going to bring her out next week. We didn't have enough time to make this happen this week. She didn't even tell me she was back. We last saw Laura November of 2009 for the birthday episode, because as you know, I'm sure, Laura and I share the same birthday. And she was on a plane like the next morning to Australia, and she just got back. She didn't even tell me. She just showed up tonight. So yeah, there's some warmth in the air tonight now that Laura's back.
Energy,
all right.
Good energy in the room.
Let's get another song going here before we take our first commercial break.
Okay.
Mobadass, Earl, what's up? What was the first song, first of all, really quick?
That was No Excuses.
Yep.
It's been kind of, you know, we've had a really good response to that song for years, and right now it's I think it's sitting number 2 on the SAS Music Pop chart or something like that. So that's great. And this next one we're doing, we'll give you a little preview of the new record. We played this at Jazz Fest, and it keeps getting better every time we play it. So we'll try it again. This one's called You Got Me. Lines have been crossed, not broken. Words kept inside, not spoken. My heart's in my throat, I'm choking. You got me, you got me, you got me. Vision is blurred, not faded. My feelings too cold, not jaded.
You're watching the season 4 kickoff of Stripped Down. We got Mobadass in the studio. We have lots more music, lots more talking, lots more information coming to the viewers of both Access Communications and Shaw Cable Systems. We have to take our very first commercial break. Did I mention it feels so great to be back here doing the show once again? We got lots more Mobadass coming up right after this.
Mother's Music provides a wide range of instruments. 617 8th Street East, Saskatoon. Operating for 17 years with music lessons, equipment sales, and rentals. Mother's Music, www.mothersmusic.com.
Affinity Credit Union recognizes that giving back is important. Last year, we contributed $1.3 million to Saskatchewan community groups. Affinity Credit Union. Life spoken here.
Ultimo Uramoda Men's Clothing Store. Denim, footwear, leather jackets, sportswear. 204 3rd Avenue South, Saskatoon. Call 664-6640.
Do you know what happens to water once it's gone down the storm sewer? It's carried by pipes under the street and dumped into our lakes and rivers. The trouble is, excess chemicals from our yard and parks and oil and gas spills from the street also gets washed down the storm sewer and end up in our waterways. These bodies of water are home to fish and wildlife and often is where we get our drinking water.
Back! All right. You're watching season 4 of Stripped Down. Yeah, I forgot to tell the crew I re-edited the commercial breaks. They're not quite as long. We're in here with Mobadass, Earl Pereira. How are you guys feeling tonight? Here we are kicking off season 4 of Stripped Down.
This feels great.
Awesome.
Yeah, finally. That's all I can say. Finally, we're here.
When you were talking about summer and all you're playing, you forgot to mention you shut a place down in Waskesiu, literally. Like that's a place near and dear to my heart. I think anybody in Saskatchewan that's over like the age of 25 has probably been at that place in Waskesiu.
Well, I found out a lot more about, it's the Lakeview bar. I found out a lot more about the history of it this last time there because everyone was getting all nostalgic about it.
Well, yeah.
But they've had bands there for 70 years or 60 years or something crazy like that. So for us to be the band that shuts it down was an honor.
Yeah.
Really. We took it, took it to heart, and we did our best and tried to play the best show we could play, and it was a great weekend for sure.
Awesome. Now, with great pleasure, can we do this? Are we ready? Ladies and gentlemen, season 4's audio engineer, Mr. Bennett Dobney. Ben.
Hello.
How are you doing tonight, buddy?
Hi, Benny.
Welcome to the team.
Yeah, it feels good.
Seems like there should be some sort of hazing or initiation tonight, but there's not. We're just so happy to have you on board, Ben.
Well,
sounding fantastic. Thoughts? Are you? Does Ben Dobney even get nervous? Like, you seem just like the most, I don't want to say flatline, but just like you're constantly mellow. Constantly.
Yeah, I'm very comfortable with this kind of thing, so no, not much nerves.
Nice.
Situation.
And again, you're familiar with the band.
You bet,
we were part of a team that recorded their set over summer.
You bet. We were talking about Jazz Festival previously, and Earl gave me a call, and I tracked their live set at Amigos. That was a good time.
It's pretty high energy.
Yeah.
Thoughts on season 4, Ben? What are we gonna do, man? This is the show is like kind of in your hands now.
Yeah,
so.
who knows? It's looking forward to all the live music I'll have the opportunity to mix here.
Once again, on behalf of the rest of the Stripped Down crew, thank you, Ben Dobney.
Well, thanks for having me.
Woo! All right, what do you think, guys? Should we do another song?
Sure. This one's
before we start talking about the heavy stuff, should we do another song?
Yeah, you bet. This one's an old new one. Kind of wrote it before last year's Jazz Fest, and we played for the first time there, and it's starting to kind of evolve into the song that's supposed to be for the album that we're making right now. So this one's called See You When I Go.
Nice. there was a stripped down moment. That is such a fun song. Thanks, you guys.
Hey, no problem.
It's just mind blowing tonight. I mean, here we are, the 4th season. It's like our 94th episode of Stripped Down. We're coming up to 100. I'm looking around. I'm seeing Laura Churchman back on the gym. I'm seeing Jesse back on handheld. It's just like my life has reset itself, and this is the way it should be. So, yay, everybody's back. Season 4. Woo-hoo. Hey to director Jay Neufeld. It's also his birthday, so we'll have to do something about that in a bit.
Oh yeah.
It's just I'm almost overwhelmed tonight. Almost. This is as close to overwhelmed as Curtis Anderson gets. Earl Pereira, you want to talk about this now? You want to talk about this?
Yeah.
Okay. I heard rumors for a while, and just recently you've come out, and this is indeed fact. You're no longer associated with Widemouth Mason.
Well, yeah, I guess for playing in the band, I left in the spring. Mobadass was getting really busy. Widemouth wasn't very busy, so I just had to make the choice to do what I love, and this is what I love doing right now. And you know, it's great because I'm super grateful that all Widemouth fans are really supportive of Mobadass, and so for that I hold a special place for sure. Absolutely. In my heart for them. Yeah.
Man, that must have been like really hard to walk away from.
It is, and I feel bad mostly for fans, because when bands start, I think they get really attached to their fans, kind of like kids in a way, or like, you know what I mean? And so yeah, it's tough to disappoint, but I think everyone understands that you got to move on sometime, and I think they're just happy they're seeing me happy. That's the main thing.
Absolutely, well said.
Yeah.
So you guys, all of a sudden, you know, here it is, 100% of Earl Pereira's attention. What does the band think?
Personally, I think it's great because I love playing music with Earl, and we get to share this energy to make everybody happy and travel across Canada and wherever else, expressing musical energy so that we're all pleased, smiling, not thinking about our dark days and our bad times and our negativity, where we could, we could offset that balance and just bring it back up so we could all have a great time at all times.
Are you still associated with another band, the Swindlers, or is that kind of on hold?
That's like a revolving door of musical experiences that that we share with fellow musicians in Saskatoon. That
we're all family. Yeah.
We're family,
Okay.
It's all part of it.
How about you, buddy? Earl Pereira, 100% of the time now, 100% commitment to Mobadass.
Feeling good. We tour so much that I can just live in a park, and when I'm home, and then we're gone. And I live in another park when I get back. And hopefully it's not too cold this winter. Way more Jays games. Yeah, we get to go see Blue Jays games.
There you go.
There we go.
What's your perception of like playing with the, because you're, I don't want to say the only one that made the cut. I don't want to sound negative, but like, I was there this year at Jazz Fest shooting your set. I was there last year at Jazz Fest shooting your set. Let me tell you, this year it was like, awesome. Last year was like, well, I was like running back and forth trying to get all like 12 or 13 members. So your thoughts on the scaled down band? I love it.
It's good that it's settled in. And I don't know, everyone fits now really good. Everyone's got, I don't want to say it's everyone's like primary style that we're doing, but like everyone kind of knows the game plan. Everyone knows the genre. Everyone knows, how to play reggae. Everyone knows blah, blah, blah. Not the guys didn't before, but I mean, it's just like really sunk in really well with everyone here.
As myself, someone who, makes sure there's enough crew to do a show and everything, I can only imagine the scheduling headaches of when you go on tour. And I think I asked you that once too. Like, how do you take a band like that big on tour? You didn't. You'd scale it down if you guys
I didn't. That was just one show for Saskatoon.
Okay.
It's just got tough. I got to the point where I was making 3 phone calls, calling 3 different guitar players and seeing who could play. Was whoever called me back first, basically, right? And that went for everybody. Multi-keyboard players, like horn players, some drummers too. But I think that's what makes me almost as happy as just being able to focus on this. Is I love hanging out with these guys.
Well, that's
being
awesome.
on the road. That's the way it's supposed to be.
There's a lot of positive energy here tonight. So here we are. Like everyone's focused. What's next for Mobadass? Where do you go from here?
Where are we going?
Like where you said you're leaving tomorrow morning, but I guess
where are we
physically,
going again?
Where are you going, and like musically, where are you going?
Well, making new music. The album, everyone's contributing and helping make it be the. You always want to make the album you're currently making the best album you can do, and that's what our focus is. And at the same time, we're touring and making sure we workshop the songs live, because from my experience, that's kind of the best way for them to evolve, is play them, and then record them. So So that's what we're doing, balancing studio and live and having a life at home too with our friends.
Yeah.
So making sure that
And
you
family.
have to have that in family, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry if that's not rock and roll, let's talk about your family.
Love my
It's all
family.
good. Okay, here's what we'll do. Play another song, take our second commercial break, we'll come back, we'll talk about albums, past, present, future, all right?
Right.
Everyone on board for that?
All right.
Yeah, all right, what's up next?
This one's going to feature a special little vocal ragamuffin reggae style freestyle by this guy over here. A little
Nice.
toasting, yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Sweet MJ. It's the oldest Mobadass song, kind of got put on the shelf, and these guys brought it back to life in the best way.
Yeah, you're watching the Season 4 stripped down opener with Mobadass. We got to take another commercial break. We come back, we're going to talk about the discs, the music, how people can get it, all that fun stuff. We got lots more stripped down coming up right after this.
big, he's bold, he's a polar bear. And as much as we wouldn't want to run into him face to face, we also wouldn't want to see anything threaten his existence. Hard to believe an animal this big needs our help. But even though the polar bears live far away in the remote Arctic, we are having a negative impact on their lives. Our pollutants travel the oceans and atmosphere and enter their food chain. Plus, climate change is causing the ice they live on to melt earlier each spring. This makes it more difficult for the bears to catch their prey. If you're wondering how you can help, simple things like riding your bike, walking, or taking the bus instead of driving will do a lot for our environment and the polar bears. But that's just a start. If you go to hww.ca, you can learn more about polar bears and find ideas on how to help protect Canada's wildlife. That's hww.ca.
Ultimo Euromoda men's clothing store. Denim, footwear, leather jackets, sportswear. 204 3rd Avenue South, Saskatoon. Call 664-6640. Mother's Music provides a wide range of instruments. 617 8th Street East, Saskatoon. Operating for 17 years with music lessons, equipment sales, and rentals. Mother's Music, www.mothersmusic.com.
And we're back. You're watching Strip Down Season 4 opener. Walk through, man. There he is, Earl Pereira, frontman of Mobadass. I'm having so much fun, you guys. Thanks again. This couldn't have come together better. I mean, the good and the bad of making this amount of television with this amount of Saskatchewan bands is you start running out. Like, seriously. I don't know who we're going to have as a season opener next year if we do Season 5. Like, we're running out of huge names.
Oh,
so
no, man.
I'm so happy we timed this. Kick it off Season 4. Mobadass. Let's talk albums. What's going? Where are we at?
First of all, we got to thank you for being the cameraman and editor extraordinaire. We sold a limited copy of a live DVD, an album
last year?
from last year. For this year's Jazz Fest, and we're gonna. So that's not available anymore. Like I said, it was limited. But
check eBay. Go, you know.
But we're gonna do the same thing again from this year's show.
Yeah.
And hopefully get that out sometime soon.
That was like a triangle of power, because that was Sal Liccardo, Curtis Anderson on camera, and Ben Dobney working audio. Like that's right. That's the one you want. Get your hands on that one.
It's an unbeatable team.
Yeah, it really is. But CD.
And
where are we at?
Island Rock is it's everywhere. You can get it digitally on iTunes. We just made a new pressing. We sold out of all the hard copies of Island Rock that we pressed when the CD came out. And so we still have those on tour with us, selling them off the stage. If you go to our website, our MySpace, it all links you to either CD Baby or you can get it through iTunes or Amazon, any kind of online distribution.
Yeah. When will that Island Rock's a year or so?
Yeah, it's 2 years old.
2 years old. Yeah. When can we expect new music with the new lineup?
Well,
TBA.
I'm getting a lot of pressure from my dad.
You're getting a lot of pressure from me now.
You know, he's and from you too. So now both of you guys, pushing it. But we're working on it.
I feel bad now. I mean,
no, you know what? I think sometimes you got to take a step back to take a couple steps forward, and that's what we did. You know, reloading with these guys and with new music. So it's coming really natural and really quickly. So I think in the new year for sure. This year. This coming year.
You sounded surprised when I mentioned the Swindlers before. You called me on it during the commercial break. You're like, man, you know about the Swindlers? Is that like this underground thing, or?
Well, we've changed our name. It's no longer the Swindlers.
Okay.
It's called Agent Swindler.
Agent Swindler.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't even know that.
And that was kind of like a couple of guys from Serotonin.
Yeah.
Is that? You said it was a revolving door.
It's a revolving door, but right now it's mainly just two of us, J.R. Harrison and me.
Okay.
And.
Would the Swindler or the Agent Swindler? Would they come back for a Strip Down episode maybe?
Possibly.
Awesome.
That's a possibility.
You've been pretty quiet over there. Give me your band history. Well, anything? Is this the first gig since you moved here?
Well, since I moved here, yeah. So I only moved here at the end of July though. So
okay.
I haven't even just a month basically. I've been here. Yeah, I played in quite a few bands back in Kingston. Probably nothing nothing major. So probably nothing you would have heard of in this area. Emily Fennell band. We toured with her.
Okay.
And,
that's how I met him.
Yeah, that's how I met Earl. So we did like a West Coast tour and stuff. And she's like alt rock kind of stuff. She's got some great songs, but that was sort of like the biggest thing I've done in terms of touring. A lot of home projects, a lot of home recording.
So now here you are on the prairies.
Here I am on the prairies.
Hooked up musically with Mr. Pereira.
Yeah,
Sweetest home recording spot.
Yeah, I really couldn't have like asked for a better sort of drop in into a group of people, because everyone's connected to great musicians, like his brother Ephraim in the studio, and like just
that's
really
the other
great.
thing. How do you not produce so much music? You've got like a brother that owns a studio.
I know.
Again, I'm just making you feel
the
bad.
studio doesn't have time for us, man. It's
yeah.
It's making projects for everyone else.
This is true. You probably do get pushed to the back burner being the brother.
Yeah, you know, I got to support him, and we sneak in there when we can. He
hours.
promises after we get back from this tour that we get like a block of time where we can actually get a whole bunch of stuff done. So
and this guy's just itching.
We're gonna need it.
He's itching to drum. So you want to tease?
I'm itching to grab one of those cameras and go film, I don't know, something weird like the bathroom. But I can play drums too. I do that as well.
Can we go back to when I was just bugging Earl about not making a lot of recording? Just kidding. All right.
You guys can edit, right?
Yeah, I'll totally edit that out.
Edit.
All right, next song, you guys. Get me out of here, Earl.
This was our single from Island Rock. It got a lot of play on radio in town here and around the province, and even got some features across the country. And the song's called "Home to Me."
Nice.
Staying not falling will keep us around. Said the staying not falling keeps us around. All of my life, love had not shown. Lived many places and none felt like home. Homeless so long, that's the reason I know. There's no better feeling than knowing you're home. Oh, you feel like home to me. You're the place I so want to be. My home could be miles away, but I'll be home one day. All of this time, my fondness has grown. And absent we've been, but my heart is at home. You don't need to worry, 'cause love has been found. Love has been found. The staying not falling will keep us around. Keep us around. You feel like home to me. You're the place I so want to be. My home could be miles away, but I'll be home one day. You won't appreciate the sun if you don't stand in the rain. But all that really matters is only what you get. You feel like home to me, and you're the place I so want to be. My home could be miles away, yeah, but I know that I'll be home one day. You feel like home to me. You're the place I so
Another home run from Mobadass here. We have to gear up for another commercial break. But first things first, it's funny you played that song because I was actually gonna segue into this anyways. But is Saskatoon home for Mobadass? Like, as big as you get, I know you've had like 100 opportunities to move away, Earl. But you remain here, which is awesome for Saskatoon. But what's the future of Mobadass? I mean, do you want to get it to that? Do you want to get it to that level where you go to a bigger center, or is this home?
You know, that is the plan, but we're never gonna move away from here. I mean, Saskatoon's always been home. I've been born and raised in Saskatoon, and I have a giant family, and loving wife, and you know, everyone's here. So it's tough to leave, but at the same time, everybody understands that in the entertainment business, you gotta kind of go to the big city, and I've always known that. It's just been, you know, you gotta go with the right people, or else it's kind of a waste, right?
Nice.
So I think we are planning. Not going to give away what we're going to do, but it's going to be something big where we can spend, you know, a quarter of the year or a third of the year in a big center and try to really.
Warmer center.
Yeah,
come
a big warmer center here. Where they like the Island Rock for sure.
Everybody's on board from that? I mean, you guys just got here, but are you Saskatoon boy?
Oh yeah.
And thoughts on making the maybe move?
Well, if we're going somewhere warm, you know, we can talk.
Yeah, December, January, February, we're going warm. Let me come back. As soon as it warms up, we'll come back home.
Sweet. All right. Here we are. Let's take our last commercial break. We wrap things up with Mobadass coming up right after this.
Ultimo Euromoda men's clothing store. Denim, footwear, leather jackets, sportswear. 204 3rd Avenue South, Saskatoon. Call 664-6640. Mother's Music provides a wide range of instruments. 617 8th Street East, Saskatoon. Operating for 17 years with music lessons, equipment sales, and rentals. Mother's Music, www.mothersmusic.com.
Affinity Credit Union recognizes that giving back is important. Last year, we contributed $1.3 million to Saskatchewan community groups. Affinity Credit Union. Life spoken here.
Only Health Check has the Heart and Stroke Foundation's dietitians behind it. Check for Health Check, helping you make healthy choices.
Stick around, more Strip Down after the break.
Do you know where your tap water comes from? It can come from one of two sources, groundwater or surface water. Surface water often begins as snowfall that accumulates in the winter and melts into our rivers and lakes. Cities will treat it to get rid of most of the impurities and then send it down the pipes, under the streets, and into our homes. The problem is, the quality of water is being damaged by our activities, and as our earth warms up, there may be less water available in the future. How can we look after our water resources? Find out where your water comes from and how it is being protected. Use less when you're showering, brushing your teeth, or watering your lawn, and never pour toxins like cleaning solutions down a toilet, sink, or storm drain as it ends up in our rivers and lakes. It's our turn to take care of this planet, and I think we can do a better job. What do you think?
Ladies and gentlemen, Mobadass.
It's about one of the best streets in the world. Reggae's on Broadway. Here we go. Reggae's on Broadway. 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 loving. I'm in the mood. Gonna give you some good loving. Fellas, say down, down, down. I go down, 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 down. Get down. Get down. Get down. Get down. You say reggae's on Broadway. 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 Somebody. One more time. On the keyboards, that's the Val McLean. On guitar, Juice Lee. On the drums, Jason Hattie. My name's Earl Pereira. We're Mobadass. Thanks for tuning in. Sing it with us in the crowd, in the seats, in the couch. Reggae's on Broadway, 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 reggae's on Broadway. Give it to me, baby, reggae's on Broadway, reggae's on Broadway. Oh!
You're watching the season opener of Strip Down Mobadass in the studio. Once again, we have to wish Jay Neufeld. I don't even know if we can get him out here. We should have planned this. We should have planned this better. We should get Jay Neufeld out here, our director. It's his birthday. Can you guys whip something up for Jay? I don't know.
Just a big happy birthday to Jay on 1, 2,
Everybody.
3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday, Jay!
Thank you. This is an awesome birthday present, being on like the best music show Western Canada's ever seen.
The best music show out of the Shaw TV studios.
Yeah, it's all good. You guys are awesome. Awesome!
You're awesome.
Happy birthday, Jay!
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Random yet necessary. Awesome.
Oh, yes.
Mobadass, I don't know the time where it's so fun being back in the saddle. That creative, I don't know what's happening next energy is alive. It's the Stripped Down studio.
One thing I like to say is I got to thank some people, if that's cool.
Do it, man. We got time.
I want to thank our manager, Kate Matthews.
Yeah.
Because we'd be a mess a little bit visually and business-wise without her. So she's made things move along really nicely for us, and so thank you. And our agent Trent Schmiedge, he works really hard for us and is passionate. He's a musician himself, so I want to thank Trent for always being there and pushing us. And yeah, for every Mobadass supporter that's been there from the beginning or new, we love you guys.
Awesome. Let's go around. Some final thoughts of the episode. Mr. Juice, did you have a good time tonight? Thoughts on Stripped Down?
Well, I'm as usual. This is, well, not as usual, but you rock as a host. This studio's awesome. Good vibe from everybody inside here. I had fun. We all had fun. You know, this is gonna be, shared with the whole world now. So
you betcha.
Hell yeah.
Jason.
We had some good times here today. I think we got some things done. Some work got done.
I feel like we all grew it a little.
We grew a little together.
Yeah.
We grew it a little together.
Grew a little.
And I'm hungry. Just gonna throw that in.
Thanks for bringing that up.
It's awesome to be here. Thank you, Chris. And thank you for, I don't know, it's just sweet. I hope I can come on the show some other time again in the future.
Do you have a side project? Do you play solo?
I do some solo stuff. I don't know. I'm excited to get involved with the music scene. I mean, this is my mainstay. This is why I came here. But as I said before, lots of awesome musicians here and lots of really cool people I've met already, and I've only been here a month. So,
does he ever play with the Swindlers, or do we not talk about that?
Well,
first rule of the Swindlers.
Don't talk about it.
When you're running out of bands, just call up these guys. They know at least.
You know, I
20 other bands.
I don't want to say this on a negative note, but this is going to be a recurring theme of season 4. Is that like the creativity and the love is still here, but we're running out of bands. We're running out of ideas, and I don't want to say we're not going to come back for season 5 because I hope we do, but at the same time. Where do we go from here, you guys? Seriously, like where does Strip Down go?
You got to get to 100.
We are weeks away. We are like 6 weeks away from episode 100. Where does Strip Down go from there?
Anything can happen before then, so
just relax.
Enjoy the ride, man.
Oh, yeah. It's been nothing but fun.
Don't look too far ahead.
You got to. You got to. I mean, you look at last season. We went to Crystal Lake, Saskatchewan for Halloween. We had serotonin birthday extravaganza that ended up with pie on my face. We had the Grinch stop by at Christmas. We ended the season on a spaceship with the Ultimate Power Duo. Like, I mean, it just gets better and better and better and better. We're kicking off season 4 with Mobadass.
That's because Saskatchewan has the best bands in the country. That's why.
It's the middle of
I mean, I'm going to go on record and promise that season 4 is going to be the best one we do. And now I just have to live up to it. So now, as soon as we're done, the crew puts their heads together, and it's go time. Here we are. September 2010, Mobadass. Let's end this thing. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for...
Thank you guys.
Everyone's telling me to just shut up and end it. Okay. Thanks to tonight's
getting
cast
nostalgic
and crew.
over here.
Thanks. Yeah.
Getting some tissue.
Where's like the... Come on, piano guy. Some dreamy music. Thanks to tonight's cast and crew. It's great everybody's back. Thanks to... Mother's Music and Ultimo Yuramoto. I had so much fun. It was so much fun tonight. Thank you guys. All right, you gonna rock us out of here?
Sure.
Here it is. End of episode 1, season 4.
Awesome.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the last time tonight, Mobadass.
I'm doing. It's just jamming B. Ready?
His interviewing style is not the best. his personal appearance is not the best.
Oh, really? No.
Do it.
No.
Let's do it.
Ridiculous.
I'm wondering where we're going with this.
How do other musicians even talk to you?
Why are we in black?
What kind of show is this?
You're totally inspiring.
I got hotel keys in every pocket.